We're all shuffling. We're all in this together. Alright, hurry up. Let's He just wants to sing. Alright, the stage is yours. Now I'll do a card trick for all three of you.
Okay.
And it starts a little bit easier, then it gets weird, and then we'll try to do some real magic. Okay? So I'm gonna go like this, and you just say stop, okay?
Stop.
Oh. But I love it. You're already in it. You'll get your time in a second, all right? Okay, say stop.
Stop.
Right here. You got the cards, all right? Now you'll get as well. So I'll do this, and you say stop.
Stop.
Oh, now you. Wait, is this a simulation? Are we alive? Okay.
Telling him to do.
First, second, third.
So you've got your card in mind.
Yes.
Now it's your time. So you just say stop.
Stop.
Here. Okay, I'll show you one as well. All right. And we'll get you one as well. You know what to do by now.
Sure. Stop.
All right, and I got you.
Okay.
3 different cards. We'll try to find them in 3 different ways.
Okay.
The first one, Mr. Sleight of hand. This is just skill. This is 10 years of having a lonely childhood and no girlfriend. That is the first card right there. I don't know which one it is, but hopefully one of yours.
Oh, mine.
That's yours?
Yes.
Okay, now the next one is going to be an optical illusion. So I'm not actually going to use the deck. From this angle, it almost looks
No way. No way.
like a different card. Whose is missing? Yours? You. Look, hold out your hand, your right hand, and the other one. Hold this one out, put this one on top. Don't do anything. Just think of your cards. And whenever you're ready, have a look. Real magic in your hands.
Wow, crazy, man.
No way!
Yeah.
Is that real? Okay, I'm going to walk you right through the routine step by step, phase by phase. I'll cover all the little details that I think make this a really cool and fun card trick to perform. I won't go into heavy detail in terms of the sleights and the technical part of the trick, because that's really just interchangeable, right? How you have the cards selected, how you control them, that's up to you. It's more about the structure of the routine, the psychology behind it, the presentation, and all that jazz. With that being said, I'm performing for 3 people and I'm having 3 cards selected, so I also like to have each spectator shuffle just a portion of the deck before we start. So I split the deck into 3 piles, everyone gets to shuffle, and I actually say to them a lot of the times, all right, this is a card trick for every single one of you. Okay, or for all 3 of you. It just sets the tone. Everyone is shuffling, everyone is getting involved. It's not just, you know, the magician performing for one person and the rest is just observing and watching. Okay? Now, like I said, you'll have 3 cards selected and then you'll control those 3 cards to the top of the deck via your preferred method. One thing I will say is that I personally don't like having the cards selected in the classic manner by spreading through them and then having them place them back and then control them. I just found that takes way too long, okay? So let's say for explanation purposes, we have the ace, 2, and 3 of hearts selected. And just to let you know, a lot of times I will have the cards selected by just dribbling through them and having them look at cards. But these can be freely selected cards. No force is necessary, only if you want to. Now, those 3 cards on top, I also don't care in which order I control them, right? So obviously I have spectator 1, 2, and 3, and everyone has their assigned card, but I don't care in which order those cards end up on top and how I find them, okay? That's just me. If you have OCD, you might want to control them in order, but I do not mind. And my spectators don't mind either. Now, I'm going to start off by finding the first card. But before I do that, I set up the trick with the hook. Okay, so hopefully at the beginning, by having them all shuffle the cards and actually telling them this is a card trick for all 3 of you, it immediately gets them a little more intrigued. But now I sort of want to solidify that by saying, okay, By the way, I'm going to find every single card in a different way. The first one I'll find using sleight of hand, the second one using an optical illusion, and the third one is real magic, okay? Hopefully that gets them more intrigued and hooked, and now they really want to see what's going to happen. So we'll start with the first one, which is the sleight of hand method. So again, those 3 cards are on top in whatever order they'll end up on. Now I'm going to do a simple false cut, and then I'm going to produce the first card like this, okay? Just doing the ring flicker. I've explained that in a previous video here on the Ellusionist YouTube channel, okay? So the card in their mind shoots out of the deck. I show them the card, but before I do that, I'll make sure I'll get a break underneath the first 2 cards of the deck. All the attention is here anyway, so I've got my pinky break. And now I'll find some form of justification for placing that card back on top of the deck, because I'll have to do a triple lift, okay? The reason you need some form of motivation is you could just turn it over here. Why are you placing it on here and then turning it over this way? Okay, so the justification can be really subtle. You can just point to someone, say, let's see whose card I found. That's justification enough, in my mind at least. Okay, so I'm doing a triple lift, meaning I'm turning over 3 cards as one, and then we'll have one of those 3 spectators react at this point. Okay, so we get our first reaction, and we found the first card. Okay, obviously you're in this position right here with the pinky break. Now we're going to do a switch. This is going to be a variation of the KM move, which sort of looks like this. But what's cool about this is that you're now actually holding a double and you switched the card. Okay, now how do we get there? Well, simply by sort of placing my index finger and middle finger of my right hand right where that pinky break is, and then my thumb pinches the corner. I'm applying light pressure with my left thumb, and now what's going to happen is I'm actually going to pull that double out, and my thumb right here is going to keep that top card on the deck as that double slides out. Now the reason I do it that way, that I'm pulling the double out rather than pulling the deck away, is that reduces the risk of that double splitting. But this will take a little practice and getting comfortable with the idea of actually holding a double. Now obviously the switch doesn't happen down here, that'd be pretty obvious. It happens up here. So as I'm moving my hands up facing me, I will do the move. So as I'm going up, I'm pulling that double down. Okay, so as the moment I know they can't see the face of that card anymore, I'm pulling the double down, and then once we've done that, right, so the moment I'm sort of right here, okay, that top card is barely contacting that double. That's when I then pull the deck away, because I know that double is safe and it won't split, okay? And one more thing is all my attention will be here now, okay? So I'm not looking at the double, I'm not doing this, okay? My attention is going here. Okay, so I'm going, all right, let's find the next card using an optical illusion. Okay, so that's just natural misdirection. We're in this position right here, and now I put the deck away, and this is an idea by a good friend, Miles, thank you, by isolating the deck. Okay, just getting rid of the deck, I think it leaves a really nice, clear image. Make sure that you don't accidentally flash that card right here, but I put the deck in my pocket and say, okay, the next one is an optical illusion. So I'm holding my 2 cards as one, and now at this point you can present it however you want to, right? An optical illusion, blow, click your fingers, whatever. But one thing I prefer doing is I'm not re-gripping, I'm holding, I want to keep that image right here. That's the framing I want. I don't want to re-grip and then do something like this. So I'm here, I'm saying the next one is an optical illusion. With the right lighting, and if we just change the angle, and now I just bring my hand down and show them, that card has changed, right? So now one of the other 2 spectators will see their card right here. Now you can either bring it down, or what I also like to do is sort of turning, right? It's like if you look from my angle and then I just turn and show it to them like this. That's an option as well. Okay, so let's say we did this. Boom, you've got your second reaction, which is now the misdirection or the offbeat rather that you're going to use to regrip. So I've got those two cards as one in my right hand and I'm just going to regrip it into my left hand just like this, just for a second, so I can now grab that double in biddle grip position in my right hand, my dominant hand right here. Okay, so that's where we are right now. So that's the second phase done and dusted. Now the big ending, the big climax, the real magic part. Okay, so we're here and now I'm saying, okay, we need the last card. Whose card do we need? And I'm going to use that time to just flash that card one more time. So everyone gets to see that card one more time without me saying, look, it's still the two of hearts, and then at the end it changes. No, this is just subtle, but it's justified. So whose card is missing? Yours? Okay, are you right or left-handed? Now I'm going to use my right hand with the double in the hand to point to my spectator's hand or to my spectator itself and say, okay, hold out your hand. And this is just natural misdirection, okay? Misdirection isn't always like, okay, hey, look over there and I'm gonna do something sneaky here. Misdirection can sometimes just be misdirecting the brain, right? By giving them some form of instruction or just asking them a simple question that they know the answer to. Are you right or left-handed? But they're so used to just watching, being like, oh, when you ask them something or give them an instruction, it's like, right? They can't do multiple things at once. So that's enough time, as I say, hold out your right hand for me now to do sort of a side steal of that face card right there, switching it for the last selection. Now, quick position check. I'm holding that double between my thumb and my pinky just like this, which allows me, when I now do it, that card will rotate around my pinky just like this and will end up right here in perfect palm position. Okay, so if you have a table, you can just drop your hand on the table or rest it on your arm. If you're doing it stand up, you can just drop the hand to the side as I tell them, all right, hold out your hand, put your hand on top. Now with that double in my hand, you can, or not that double, sorry, with that single card in your palm, you can now tell them, all right, cover the card with your other hand, right? However you want to go about this. Again, I won't cover palming now in great detail, but cheap plug, you should check out the Unreal Card Magic Volume 1 with Ben Earl. He covers all those basics and has actually a great trick using a similar sort of steel, and yeah, it's fantastic. Go check it out. You'll learn everything that you need to know, okay? So one more time, we're here. It's okay, hold out your right hand. You right-handed, left-handed, sweet. Yeah, put it like this, perfect. And now in the performance, I literally just ditched that card in my pocket. No one is looking at me. So one last time, we're here, we're doing the steal, the spectator's holding it. All the attention is going to be on that card, so you can literally ditch that card in your pocket, right? However you want to get rid of it, keep it in your palm. It depends how bold you are, but all the focus will be right here on that moment. And see how it built, right? It started off nice and flashy and pretty impressive. It's like, oh, that card just sort of jumps out of the deck. Then you have that nice isolated framing, but it's all in my hands. And now the real magic bit, you literally just have that one card, which makes that last, that last phase so much stronger, because you don't have the deck in play where they might think, oh, you could have switched it there. They just think that single card is there, and then they end up with that card between their hands. You're so far ahead, and now let them turn that card over, right? Let them react, and it will speak for itself. And we end up with that final card right here, which is a really nice image. Another thing that you can do for the last phase, which is obviously the strongest one, is you can get the other two spectators involved as well. So if you have spectator number 3 holding that card, you'll get the other two to just put their hands on top as well. So you have all three just sort of having their hands above each other with that one card in the middle and saying, well, real magic is going to happen in your hands together, and then have it, you know, change. Again, this is what I like about it. You can really be as creative as you want to and come up with your own presentation and own style of it. Credits go to Paul Paul. He actually published one of the first multiple selection routines in 1994 called A Quadruplicate Mystery. That's a tough name. And he actually released it in his book, The Card Magic of Paul, in 1949, that way. Should have more coffee. Also, credit goes to Justin Miller. On his Instagram, he's actually running live workshops at the moment. He does them every week. They're brilliant. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. They're gold. But on one of those live workshops, he actually shared a 3-card routine of his, and it directly inspired me to come up with this version. So credit goes to JM. Thank you for all your work. And credit goes to you guys for actually watching these videos and overall just supporting us over here at Ellusionist. And it's been a great year. There's a lot more to come next year. Trust me on that. And yeah, there's nothing else to say, but have a great holiday. Enjoy your Christmas with your family and friends, and cheers to you guys. I swear this is just coffee.